Hi everybody, I just wanted to do this little video in the hopes that it encourages and it motivates some guys out there that may be going through a hard time as a pick-me-up, hopefully. I really wanted to talk about and hopefully get some things settled in your heart and your mind concerning regret. There's a lot of guys, I see a lot of posts about people regretting having the surgery, regretting this, regretting that. And I've been thinking about it, not a lot, but as far as being full of regret myself, but just about the subject of regret. And it's so interesting that what I really begin to realize is that regret is actually a waste of time. I'm going to say that again. Regret and regretting is a waste of time. Well, why on earth would I say that? All right, this isn't to make light of guys who've had the surgery and who are having serious complications from it. It's not to make light of that, and it's not to try to pull someone out of a troubled place of sickness in the body because of complications. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the majority of us who've had this life-changing surgery and realize that it's not what we had anticipated it to be. Okay, now, the reason why regret is a waste of time is it does four things. Number one, it gets you to a place of having a perpetual pity party. You have the poor me syndrome, and you feel bad about the choice that you made. Okay? Number two, it can turn into depression. Now you have a depressive outlook on life, on your body, on what has happened to you. Okay? Number three, it will lock you in a prison cell in your mind to where now you can't move. Now you can't even, you can't see the beautiful sunlight. You can't see the possibility of this being the absolute best thing that you've ever done in your life. And number four, and lastly, it gets you stuck in a downward cycle that if you're not careful, you won't be able to climb out of. And that's the dangers of being regretful or being in that place of perpetual regret. So what has to happen? Okay, 5 things has to happen in order to come out of regret. Number one, you have to accept where you are. I was thinking about it. Like, I had this awesome surgery. They took out 80% of my stomach. Are you kidding me? For you guys who've had bypass or that duodenum switch, they've rerouted stuff, and some things are irreplaceable, irreversible. Listen, they cannot put that 80% of my stomach back in there. It's gone. So what do I have to do? What did I have to do early on going through the healing process, going through the adjustment process? Is number one, I had to accept where I was. I had to accept I had the surgery done. It's not reversible, Lacey, so get a grip. Get a grip. That's how I talk to me. You might not talk to yourself that way, and that's okay. But how I had to say it to me is, Lacey, you cannot change that. So get a grip about where you are and start doing what you need to do. Number two, adjust. I had to adjust my mindset. I had to adjust my outlook. I had to walk around with this reality that things are going to get better and that the beginning stages of healing may be awful. And for me, it was a huge adjustment. But guess what? Things got better. I had to adjust my outlook. Number three, I had to shift my mindset. I had to start to consume things that was going to shift my thinking. I started listening to motivational videos on YouTube. I started listening to these men and women that had the surgery, that were doing well, that were now living their best life. I had to shift my mindset on purpose in order for my soul, my mind, my will, and my emotion, my soul to come into alignment with what needed to happen in my body. And I did number 3. Number 3, I had to shift my mindset. Number 4, I had to start living my new life. I had to start walking around, living and breathing like this was the way I wanted to live. I had to get away from the regret of, am I going to be able to eat this? Oh, I missed this. By the time I had my surgery, I was so good and ready, girl. I could care less about eating another slice of pizza my whole life. I have eaten enough pizza for 3 lifetimes. So me missing pizza is not even on the table. I had to come up with my own non-negotiables, things that I was not going to touch because of how it affected my body before the surgery. There's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to be able to eat for a time. But if you hold on, some of those things will be able to be eaten again. They will come back. And lastly, number 5, I had to love my new life. I had to love getting smaller. I had to love shopping in the different areas of the store. I had to love it, but it had to come with a lot of healing, a lot of inner healing, a lot of understanding why I ate what I ate, a lot of understanding the stress factor, the emotional compulsive component to being obese. I had to understand and do the groundwork on those different levels in order to get here. So once I had the surgery and now beginning to live a new life, it's becoming easier. It's becoming so much more comfortable than I ever imagined. I hope this helps you, and I hope it confirms some things. I hope it motivates you. There's some guys on YouTube. One guy is Billy Allsbrook. He's absolutely phenomenal. He is a Christian, but he does just speak straight from the truth about us being champions, about us accepting who we are, where we are, and moving forward. I hope this video has come as an encouragement to you. It was meant to be an encouragement. So if you're in that place of regret, get up, shake yourself, wake yourself, and begin to accept, adjust, shift, live, then love this new life and this new opportunity that you've been given to live your absolute best life. Just to give my stats right quick, my high weight was 301. My current weight is 186. My goal weight is 145. I had surgery June the 6th of this year. And just really putting these principles into place have really caused this to be my best life. And I'm walking into my best life. I hope you have a great day. Be encouraged and get out of the pit of regret today. Thanks.